and welcome to my review of what happened in the world of gaming during 2016. Now, this year we saw the launch of the Xbox One S in August. That's the Xbox One with 4K capability, making obsolete all the previous versions of the Xbox One. Now, already the Xbox One was obsolete. It was obsolete from launch. 500 gig hard drive, what were you thinking, Microsoft? Because the games have to be installed on the hard drive. So 500 gigs, any decent gamer will be filling that up in no time. We had the PlayStation 4 Slim come out in September. Now, that was almost immediately made obsolete by the PlayStation 4 Pro in November. So well done to Microsoft and to Sony for giving us already outdated machines. But anyway, whatever. Also in 2016, we saw some movies based around games. We start off with Warcraft movie in June. Now, I've got to say, I have played Warcraft. I like Warcraft. It's a good game. But the movie, not so much. I watched it and decided halfway through that I could better spend my time cutting my toenails, and immediately stopped watching. It was not a good film. This is only my opinion. I'm sure lots of people out there who love the Warcraft genre will have loved the film, but personally I didn't like it. I thought it was just crass. The Assassin's Creed came out in December. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. We're only on the 2nd of January 2017, so I don't know what it's like. I've heard mixed reviews, so we'll have to wait and see. Also in 2016, we saw the second TwitchCon. That was in San Diego, California. It was an absolutely amazing event. I loved it. I met some of my favourite streamers, hung around with them, partied with them. It was brilliant. There was also the Amazon Gaming Studio launch. So Amazon have bought Twitch, and what they've decided is they want to make some Twitch-friendly games. So they came out with Breakaway. We got the alpha key. We played it at the Amazon launch on the Thursday before TwitchCon started, and we played it at TwitchCon itself. It's a kind of cross between Overwatch and Rocket League. It's very good. It's a third-person game. You get to control different characters, different classes. I enjoyed it. I've played it. I've streamed it. It is a very good game. I can hardly wait for the full launch of the game. Another game that came out, which is Twitch compatible, is Streamline. Now, this is designed more for Twitch than even Breakaway was. What happens is, as somebody who is streaming on Twitch, you can get your viewers to come and vote on what happens in games. So you can have people who are watching your stream playing, and other people who are watching your stream can vote on what happens. You can also make it so it's for subscriber only, so it's more helpful for Twitch partners. And what they can do is they can vote on things like, let's turn the floor to lava, or let's turn it to ice. So it's a really good game for Twitch, designed with Twitch in mind, very Twitchable. Breakaway, it was more that you could add statistics and show who did the most damage, who did the most heals. Very good, really simple integration using the CLR in OBS. But Streamline kind of had a bit of an edge, if you ask me, because it had this ability to get the viewers more involved. So, games that were launched. We start off in January with Assassin's Creed Chronicles. That came out on the PC, PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. We had Blade and Soul, which is a Korean MMO, and that was only PC. And we had Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is PC and Xbox One. February leads us into Final Fantasy IX. That was on iOS and Android. We had Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. That was on Android. Rocket League, Xbox One. Absolutely love Rocket League. Fantastic, brilliant game. It's good if you've got a load of friends and you all want to play a multiplayer game. Absolutely brilliant. It's so much fun. And we had Stardew Valley on the PC. Now, I know a lot of people are addicted to Stardew Valley. Personally, I couldn't get into it, but I like my games with better graphics. Just the way I like to game. In March, we saw Gears of War Ultimate Edition out for the PC, and Black Desert Online again for the PC, and it's an MMO, so it's kind of not built for consoles anyway. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD came out on the Wii U. Now, this is one of the few Wii U launches that we saw. There haven't been that many for the Wii U, so I don't know what's going on with Nintendo, but there isn't much content seemingly coming out for this particular platform. And we also saw the launch of Tom Clancy's The Division. That was on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's a good game, it runs well, it's got all different modes. You've got sort of a PvP mode and story mode. It's good. I haven't played it that much. I have got a copy though. Now in April, we saw Job Simulator come out on the HTC Hive. Now, I'm not understanding why you would want to get something called Job Simulator and wear it on virtual reality goggles. Skip the virtual reality, go get a job. Well, I don't know. There must be some attraction to it. I haven't got a HTC Hive. I can't comment. Dark Souls 3 came out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox and the PC. It's a very popular game, you know, part of the hardest game ever genre. I haven't played them because the fact that they are hard and I would just lose my temper with them. But I know that they are particularly well-received games. And we have Final Fantasy 9 on PC and Angry Birds Action on iOS and Android. Now in May, we saw a couple of really good shoot 'em ups come out. So we had Doom, first of all, on the PC, PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Doom, it's not a game I can play. I feel motion sick playing the first person shoot 'em up games. I've felt like that ever since Doom first came out, so I'm not a big fan of the game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's just that I don't particularly want to be playing it because it makes me feel ill. And I thought I'd be the same with Overwatch, which also came out in May on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But it turns out I was wrong about Overwatch. Somebody gifted it to me on Boxing Day and it runs fantastic in 4K on my gaming PC, which is an i7 Skylake and also a GeForce GTX 980 SC. So if you got anything like that or better, you could play Overwatch in 4K. Makes no difference. It's super smooth, it's lovely, and it is a really exciting, fun game to play. It's good to play with friends. It's absolutely, it's my game of the year, to be honest. I loved Overwatch. In June, 7 Days to Die came out on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens came out on PC, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, Wii U and 3DS. So all the platforms were covered there. And again, that's only our second Wii U game that made any sort of impact in the gaming world. July, and we saw Pokemon Go come out on iOS and Android. Now, it had a soft launch in various parts of the world. Eventually, it sort of migrated to the UK. And there was a big media hype about how people were getting mugged playing this game because they were that busy concentrating on the phone, how people were trespassing, they were running into traffic, all sorts of crazy nonsense story, whipped up media hype. But people were downloading it, people were playing it. However, unfortunately, there hasn't been much additional content. So the initial hype hasn't been able to maintain its momentum and people have stopped playing it. So I don't know. I know that they are releasing some new stuff now, but maybe it's too little, too late. Now in August, we had possibly the biggest disappointment in gaming in 2016 with the launch of No Man's Sky on PC. It was dreadful. It was meant to be a multiplayer, massive environment, but nobody met up with anybody. It was overhyped, over-egged, and it just wasn't the game that people thought it was going to be. Massive disappointment in No Man's Sky. But on the plus side, World of Warcraft Legion came out on PC and Mac, and it gave more expansion for the Warcraft fans, and they loved it. So that was the big launch of August, rather than No Man's Sky, which I think was the biggest disappointment. In September, we saw the launch of Star Trek Online on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so a good one for the Trekkies out there. And we also saw FIFA 17 on the PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So a good game there for the fans of the old football, the beautiful game. Forza Horizon came out on the PC and the Xbox One, and XCOM 2 came out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One as well. In October, we saw the launch of Gears of War 4. Came out on the PC and the Xbox One. Now, the Gears of War franchise is one of my favourite gaming franchises. I absolutely love the game, and we have a team of us who like to play it. We used to have what we call Gears of War nights. You order a pizza, you get online, and we play Horde mode. So I'm looking forward to doing that with the new version of Gears of War 4. We haven't done it yet, and I know it's January, and it came out in October, but it's trying to herd cat is trying to get us all lined up to sort out playing this game, but hopefully we will be doing soon. Now, we also saw Rise of the Tomb Raider, the 20-year celebration on PlayStation 4, and Batman Arkham VR on the PlayStation VR, which is a new piece of hardware from Sony which plugs into your PlayStation 4 and gives you the virtual reality environment. In November, we saw the launch of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, Dishonored 2 on the PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, Watch Dogs 2 on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Final Fantasy 15 on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, I'm possibly not understanding which part of Final is included in the Final Fantasy, because if we're on Final Fantasy 15, there's clearly no finality to this. Don't know. And then in December, of course, Stardew Valley for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Other big things in 2016 are, of course, the fact that Blizzard turned 25 in February. Who'd have thought they'd been going that long? Pokemon turned 20 in 2016, and Microsoft launched Play Anywhere in September. So it's a cross-console PC platform. So if I've got Gears of War 4 on my gaming PC, I'll be able to play with my console colleagues in various modes. Not every mode is covered, but we'll be able to play Horde, and we'll be able to play the playthrough where we can all play through together. So these are good things. I understand why in the competitive mode there isn't this cross-platform, because you get far more accuracy with mouse and keyboard than you do with controller. So I can see why they've done that, but it would be nice if it was possible to have all the formats playing together. But also, turning 20 is Tomb Raider. Lara Croft is officially 20 as of October. Who'd have known? So, thank you very much for watching my rundown of what happened in the gaming world in 2016. Now, I know I'll have missed lots of your favourite games out and lots of hardware and technology, but it's only a brief summary. So, thank you very much for watching, and let's hope 2017 is just as exciting as 2016 was.